LoveRuledSupreme forever, for life. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Welcome to the Genesis, God's man, or God's plan, God's man. You know better, you know what I'm saying? Make better decisions, make better choices in order to give you, better results. You feel what I'm saying? A better outcome. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I'm saying? But like always, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for being here with me. You feel me? Thank you for your time. You know what I mean? Because I know your time is precious. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn is, making the best out of our time. You know what I'm saying? Learning to take, better advantage of our time. You know what I mean? And like I see, know better, you do better. You act better. You think better. You feel what I'm saying? You treat yourself better. You know what I mean? So you can treat other people better. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? It's a never-ending learning process. You know what I mean? Is it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, never think you always, or never think you know everything. You feel me? Ain't no need for you to be here no more if you know everything, right? And that's all we came to learn, you know what I'm saying? A wise man always know there's always more to learn in life. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? And like I said, though, thank you, though. You know what I'm saying? And, that's the transformation, the great transformation, the upgrade. You know what I'm saying? To come up in real time. You feel what I'm saying? And like I always say, I just want to show y'all, how doing the right thing is possible. You feel what I'm saying? You don't gotta, go out there and do the wrong thing to get yourself, fucked up, or, put yourself in a fucked up position or predicament. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's all about keeping your faith. Keep the strength. You know what I mean? Stay strong. And like I say, God will get you on through there. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta be willing and wanting. And that's all we came to learn. You know what I'm saying? Just because that shit is free will, don't mean that shit free. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. Ain't nothing free in life. Everything costs you. Don't matter what it is. You feel me? And wise decisions. You know what I'm saying? Wise choices is what we came to learn. What's up? How you doing? I appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for your time. Like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Come upgrade your mind with me. You know what I mean? And like I say, that's what it's about. Thinking better and doing better. You feel me? Not just for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But, for other people around you. You feel me? And, other people outside of that. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I say, you never know, who going through something and who might need to hear some uplifting words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. Speak life. You know what I mean? While living life. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. Just simple math. You know what I'm saying? Like we tired of making things complicated and hard in life. You feel me? And it's like once you go, with the flow of life, things become more easier for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. Stop going against the grain. You feel me? And stop, expecting different results from doing the same shit over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we on that, different shit, different day type shit. You feel me? Fuck that, same shit, different day model shit. You know what I mean? That shit ain't working. That shit played out. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck gonna keep doing the same shit a different day? You feel me? We did that shit for like 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And I about to be 38 next year. You feel me? So like I said, you know, doing the same shit for 30 years plus. Shit. And then, you know, it ain't brought me nowhere in life that, you know, I was satisfied at. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all, you know, that's all we came, you know, that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, all that material shit don't bring, you know, the satisfaction you want. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with having that shit, because who don't want that shit? That's the thing. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, I just learned not to put that shit before, you know what I mean, myself, my well-being, you know what I'm saying, my health. You feel me? And you know it. Everything about that, God. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, God supply my every want, my every need. You feel me? And you know, just because shit ain't happening for you right now in your life, you feel what I'm saying, and you doing the right thing, you feel me? It just ain't that time. But you know, the thing is, you got to keep, you know, putting in work, you know what I'm saying, until that time come. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn. You know, just because it ain't happened, you know what I'm saying? That shit determine really you gonna give up or keep going. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, you know, we give up when we don't, you know, get the results we want. You feel what I'm saying? And I just learned up to, you know, stop giving up so easy. You feel me? Like, you know, we want shit easy, but at the same time, that shit don't last. You know what I'm saying? I want longevity in my life. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn. Longevity. You know? Like I see, ain't nothing wrong with them little small blessings though. Them little small time blessings. You know what I mean? Because that, you know, they give you the strength to keep going. You know what I mean? Them short term blessings. You know what I mean? That shit give you the courage and the strength to keep going. You know? But we settle for that shit though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn is not settling for the, you know, the short term blessings. Like I say, you know, this shit bigger than me. You know what I mean? And once you not start to tap in with yourself, you know what I'm saying, you start to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you just a little small fucking drop in the bucket of this shit. You feel me? You just a small drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? And the bucket is a big ass bucket. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just came to learn, hey, play your position, homie. Just do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Life will be great. I came from somebody who, you know, I used to do the wrong shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't saying I perfect or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I still fuck up in life. You feel me? But I know, you know, I know what's beneficial for me and I know what ain't. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. I ain't saying everything, you know what I mean, but you know, a lot of shit, you know, we do, you know what I'm saying, that shit don't really be beneficial for us, you know what I mean, in the long run, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, we too busy thinking about, you know, right now, you feel me? You know, they say tomorrow ain't promised, and you know it ain't. You feel me? But there ain't nothing wrong with, you know, looking forward to that motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Looking forward to a brand new day. You know what I'm saying? A brand new day is a brand new start. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn.
Slap your ass, Mike is the same with it. Now we taking shit to another level, and there's many of them. But there's no prisons, the outbreed, so life better. I knew better, so I did better.
Brand new day is a brand new start. You feel me?
I did my dance and I beat the devil. That two-step, no Cupid shepherd.
Like I said, though, you know, life is beautiful once you not open up to that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Open your heart up. You know what I mean? Expand your mind so you can expand your grind. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, there's too many ways out here for, you know, for you to get paid, for you to get money. You know what I'm saying? Other than, you know, stealing and scamming and shit like that. You feel me? Committing fraud and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot more to, you know, you got a lot more ways out here to get to it. You feel me? And you know, a lot of people don't be wanting to hear that shit because a lot of people like, you know, the fast route to money. You know what I'm saying? But you know, slow motion, you know, better than, you know, no motion for me. You know what I mean? That shit better than the fast motion. You feel what I'm saying? Because once, you know, you moving so fast, you can't keep up with all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm moving at my own pace. So I can, you feel me? I can better manage my shit. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate that too. Appreciate you being here. I hope you had a great day. I hope you had a loving day, a caring day. And you already know, don't forget to tell yourself you love yourself today if you didn't. You feel what I'm saying? Self-love, you know what I mean? Self-care, self-worth. That's all we came to learn. You know what I'm saying? Stop cheating ourselves. You feel me? Time to treat ourselves. You know what I mean? From all that, you know, them fucked up times back then. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, we ain't had no better. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, though, you know, the past, that's where it at. You feel what I'm saying? We right now, planet, rooted in the present time, you know, time and moment. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, we looking at our future. You feel me? But you know, it's money out here to be made. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers don't want to get out here and work. Motherfuckers don't want to get out here and hustle, grind. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be wanting that shit to, you know, fall in their fucking lap. You feel me? You know, I'm gonna have to speed it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit ain't going on too much no more nowadays. You feel me? There's technology too much out here nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't really get shit by no more like you used to. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. Like, you can't outsmart this technology. You feel what I'm saying? I don't mind being alone, I'm in my zone. If you dig me, shit might look real friendly until they cross. If you get me, make my shit disappear, just like I'm Casper. You feel me? Should see me now, see you later. Sit the standard for them fakers and them wanna be takers. This shit is spiritual now. I only feel through the energy, feel my way through all them lies, all the hate and the jealousy. And they secretly envying all the moves that you're making, talking bad, cause you see your man's looking all crazy. People wicked, watch your back, shit could get real shady. Pull a slick one on the right one, peekaboo now, baby. I done cried all my tears, now I'm laughing now, baby. It's my time, it's God time. Simple math now, baby. God's will, no way. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn, you feel me? Like, you know, I don't give a fuck who you is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know, like, you know, it's God's will, no way. You feel me? Like, you know, y'all can keep on with that shit. You know what I mean? That bullshit, that, you know, that ain't getting you nowhere. You feel me? Either you gonna keep being a crash dummy or you gonna find your own route. You feel what I'm saying? Create your own lane. You feel me? I got the power, I am him, and I got what it takes. I'm changing culture. See, nah, ain't nothing like your freedom though. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, I know people do what they gotta do in order to, you know, survive out here and shit like that. But at the same time, you feel me? Cherish your freedom. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you in those situations, you feel what I'm saying? You already know, like, you know, this shit can either go that way or this way. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just said, don't cherish your freedom. You feel me? Why you know you got it. Instead of waiting until you know you in a fucked up position. You feel what I'm saying? Then you trying to cherish that shit. While you trying to get out the fucked up position you in. You feel me? And that's all we can to learn is like, you know, be, you know, thankful and grateful for this shit. You know what I'm saying? The smallest blessings. You know what I mean? The roof over your head. The car you got to drive. You feel what I'm saying? That refrigerator you got to open with that fucking food in there. You feel me? Them cabinets with the food in it. All that just little small shit. You feel what I'm saying? Breathing. You know what I mean? You can walk out your front door when you want to. You know what I'm saying? You don't got nobody telling you what to do. You don't got nobody telling you when to wake up and all kind of shit. When to eat. You know what I mean? You can use the bathroom in privacy. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we can to learn. You know what I mean? Exotic thoughts, though. Thoughts that are no longer of this world, but still remaining to be in the world. Exotic thoughts, exotic talk. The way I move, exotic walk. I'm smoking out of exotic jar. I sit the target and I hit my mark. Shit, all my thoughts universal now. I'm space bound, I left the ground. I fucked around and took gone. I lifted off without sound. Universal thoughts, you feel me? And that's why I say, you know, always ask the universe to work in your favor. You know what I'm saying? Just simple words like that out your mouth can, you know, change your day. You know what I mean? Shit like that can change your life. You feel me? Instead of, you know, talking bad about a person or, you know, saying some nasty shit out your mouth that, you know, can degrade another, you know, degrade the next person, you know, choose some other words. You feel what I'm saying? You know, stop trying to be so hard on your fucking life. You feel what I'm saying? No fake shit. It's all love when we making it. Need round two just to lay in it. Let me play in it. Do my thing in it. Let me rub all on your body. Slap your ass. Might just sing with it. I'm taking shit to another level and there's many of them. But there's no prisons to upgrade, so like better. I knew better, so I did better. Exotic thoughts and there's no pressure. I took the road that was less traveled. I did my dance and I beat the devil. You did that. You feel me? Let me slide through. Little hassle and I ain't a wrestle. Don't get a wrestle. All that back and forth. We did that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the blessing. You feel what I'm saying? You get to walk in God's power. You feel me? Like you got a lot of power, you know what I mean, within yourself, but it's on you to unlock that power. You feel what I'm saying? And once you become, you know, your own individual self, you feel me? You know, that's when things, you know what I'm saying? That's when things got the potential to take a, you know, a turn for the good. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know, you standing in your power. You know what I'm saying? You standing, you know, in truth. Your authentic self. You feel me? You don't gotta wear all these different masks around people to fit in. You know what I'm saying? You being yourself. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. Like, can't nobody beat that. You feel me? Can't nothing beat you being yourself. It don't matter how much shit a motherfucker. It don't matter how much shit a motherfucker talk. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can see you being yourself. You feel me? I ain't being nobody else. You know what I mean? But you know the next motherfucker can't see that. You feel me? And that's the difference I done learned. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, don't let, just because what a motherfucker got, don't let that shit, blind you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's that's what we came to learn. You know what I mean? We be blinded by what a motherfucker got and how much of that shit they got. You feel what I'm saying? That we overlook things. You know what I mean? All kind of, red flags them boy be throwing right in front of our face. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? Just because another motherfucker got more than you, that don't mean, they know more than you or they better than you. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, once you not start to deep dive into motherfuckers' life, you feel me? And you ain't even got to deep dive into that shit. All you got to do is look. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people who, less fortunate, you know what I'm saying, be damn near more happier than people who got all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just the thing I came to learn. Like, even though, all that shit don't make you happy. You know what I mean? And that's all I came to learn. You feel me? Like I see, you know what I mean? I thank God though, you know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity to experience a little bit of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I saw what it did. You know what I mean? Like I done see what material shit did to my family. You feel what I'm saying? I done see what money did to my family. You feel what I'm saying? I done watched them, stab each other in the back behind money and materialistic shit. You feel me? And that's what I be saying, like, if you loving above your means and, you know what I'm saying, like, you competing with other people, you gonna find yourself broke. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't even use them fucking words. You feel me? Like I said, your words, them shit hold power. You know what I mean? But like I said, that ain't one of the words I care to use. You feel me? Especially when I done come to know better. You feel me? Like I said, I think out of out of abundance. You know what I'm saying? Prosperity. You know what I mean? I think about always having. You know what I'm saying? Like I always got it. You feel me? And that's how I had to change. My mindset. You feel what I'm saying? And like I see, it's a big difference. You feel me? Between thinking abundance and poverty. You feel what I'm saying? What they say you think it and you shall be it, innit? And that's all we came to learn. You feel me? Live your own life of luxury. You feel what I'm saying? Live your own life of luxury. Stop trying to be like everybody else. You know what I mean? You stop trying to be like everybody else, you will have some money in your pocket. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? As long as I got me some money in my pocket, shit, fuck what you talking about, nigga. Rrr. No blame game, no call me no victim. Lot of struggles, up like change, I'm making my way to the top of the mountain range. I'm doing the damn thing. Ain't this a damn shame? Yeah, fuck what he talking about, though. You know what I mean? Find your own, find your own luxury. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing I could have ever known. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got to live up and look up to nobody else's standards. You know what I mean? I'm living up to my own shit. You feel me? My own expectations. You know what I mean? I getting what the fuck I like instead of what everybody else like and what everybody else, picking. You know what I mean? You gotta crawl, then walk, fam. That's taking your time. Once you walk, then run, fam. The strongest survive. When you fighting through life, fam. So keep hope alive. That's all I'm saying. Don't give a damn about all them lies. They gon' talk if it's good or bad. I only speak life. Speak life. Enjoying my life. Cause I learned to cherish, fam, to stand in my light. So in the dark, I shine, fam. It's LoveRuledSupreme, fam. I am who I am, fam. I'm living and learning, fam. From lessons to blessings, fam. You winning, don't give a damn. What city came from the days of losing no game, fam? You know, a long way from the bottom, though. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit happen like you giving no fucks, fam. I used to be quiet, fam. Talking too much, well, hell, I don't give a damn. Do the damn thing. Do your damn thing. And that's all we came to learn. You feel me? Like, we don't mind, other people's opinions and suggestions, but them shit gotta be beneficial. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would, I take another person, opinion, if I know, it ain't no good for me. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. Control your mind. You know what I'm saying? That lets you control the show, control your life. And that's what it's about, taking back control. I got mind control over Debo, and that's where we at with it. You feel me? LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Either stand up or you sit down, just as easy as said. Stand for something though. You feel me? Living in the present time and moment. God's gift to us. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Tomorrow is a mystery. Yesterday that's just history. Living in the prison is the gift from God pleasantly and thankfully. I'm stronger than ever, so I don't give up easily. I came from being beaten and broken. It was faithfully, but fuck it. I refuse to let you bitches get the best of me. Booked up my own sauce. No bitch, I got the recipe. Coming straight from source. And the universe keep blessing me. Always ask the universe to work in your favor. You feel me? And just look for the good in things. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of, worrying about, what can go bad. You know what I'm saying? What can go good? What can go right? You feel me? That's all we came to learn. Just simple change of, change in mindset. You know what I mean? Just a, small. You know what I mean? Then, we work our way on up. Was truly tasted and eventually tried. I walked myself through all the flames just to live in God's light. I made it right from going left. Fuck the worry and fuck the stress. I only think abundant and that's prosperity and nothing less. Nothing less. You feel me? But you gotta love yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we came to learn. Like, you gotta really love yourself. You feel me? And a lot of people don't love themselves. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people really don't love themselves. A lot of people be real deal, you know what I mean? They be mad with themselves, you know what I mean? Because of decisions and choices they made in their life. You feel me? Especially, if they ain't doing good, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about taking accountability and responsibility for your actions, you know what I'm saying? And then moving forward. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. That's the only way you can move forward. You know what I mean? By, speaking truth, standing in your truth. You know what I mean? If you thinking a lie gonna, push you forward, you was a fucking fool. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You feel me? That shit might look like it, but once you done start to, come to your senses, you know what I mean? You will see like you really ain't went no fucking where. You feel what I'm saying? We done been there, we done that. You feel me? We tell a lie to get, ahead in life. You feel what I'm saying? Just to end back out right here where the fuck we told a lie at. You feel me? And probably even further back. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. That's all we came to learn, though. Instead of lying all the time, tell the truth. The truth shall set you free. And that's for real.
LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Create your world within this world.
Motherfuckers just be lying for no reason, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers can, tell a lie about some small, simple shit, and that shit end up being a whole big ass thing. You feel what I'm saying? Off a little small, simple lie. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? A lie can turn something this small into something fucking big as a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, motherfuckers be trying to claim they so real and all kind of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But you ain't real if you ain't your authentic self. You feel me? If you ain't being yourself, you ain't real. But I live in my truth, so you can call me the savage, and I rerouted my thoughts. Just to think above average, and that's the upgrade. Is God's way or no way? It's faith. Gotta keep the faith. Feel me? Gotta keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, God done brought me a long way. You feel me? God done brought me a long way, man. I'm telling y'all. You know what I mean?
Guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life.
You gotta be willing to work on yourself, though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we did. You feel me?
Speak life, love life, self-love.
Hey, mama, when I been working at this job, right? I used to always have this manager, you know what I'm saying? I used to feel like he was always fucking with me and shit like that, you feel me? But like I said, that's kind of when, it all started back then, you feel what I'm saying? Because I refused at, a certain point in time, I had to start, letting that motherfucker get to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I winded up, being mad at work every day. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't even want to be to the bitch. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't even been because of the job. It been because of, it been because of him. You know what I'm saying? And how he used to run shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't got no problem, taking, not orders, but I ain't got no problem listening to other people. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I play my position. You feel me? Like I said, you the manager, I'm the employee, so I know my position. You know what I mean? But I just saying that like how, how he used to talk to people and try to handle people and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I had to stop, giving him that fucking, like that authority. You feel what I'm saying? Like my power, you know what I mean? Because like I said, shit, you know, is a spiritual thing. You feel what I'm saying? Once you done start to, you know, open your eyes to life, you know what I mean? Shit is, you know, spiritual, and people be knowing that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Especially, you know, people who call themselves Masons and all kind of shit. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying, you know, all Masons are bad, but at the same time, like any other thing, you know, they got their bad apples. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, though, you know, shit is, you know, on the spiritual level now. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I look at things. You feel me? And you know, like I said, you know, it's all about energy. You feel me? And you know, and that's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? You know, checking motherfuckers' temperature, checking their vibes nowadays. You know what I mean? Instead of taking the motherfucker for face value. You know? You know, we used to take that shit. You know what I mean? We used to take what a motherfucker say and run with it. But you can't do that no more nowadays.
Supreme at all times. I'm gonna guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. G-Week, guard your low week.
That's right. Thanking God for waking me up this cold dream. Now seeing life for what it is, far from what it seems. Drop me off in the jungle, ain't thinking I'm a feast. Survival mode, I'm beast mode, do things you can't believe. I work my magic with my mind, I'm a different breed. I see the light at the end, at first I couldn't see. I got the eyes of a tiger, so I move proper. I let my wisdom through the bloodline, do the talking. And then them ancestors, they do they thing and get to walking. All on that ass, on their ass, cause it's rude, follow me?
And everything started about, and then it trickled down.
Watch what you speak out that mouth, cause it gon' come around. If you're talking about the next man, you was a cloud. You playing around, then just go lay it down. You got me fucked up and bucked up, so move around now, clown. But yeah, though, like, you know, I started to see shit, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, if you paying attention and you really want to know shit, you know, like I said, you know, tap in with yourself. You feel what I'm saying? But like, you know, God just been showing me, you know, people and how they been, you know, acting. You feel what I'm saying? And once I started to see people acting out of, you know, out of the regular, you know, norm, you feel me? I just started to, you know what I mean? Separate myself. You feel me? And like I say, you know, I quit the job. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, I ain't had no plans on doing that shit. That shit came out of nowhere. You feel me? But like I said, though, you know, once I start to sit back and take notice, you feel what I'm saying, and just reflect on things, you feel me, shall I say? You feel what I'm saying? I saw, you know what I mean, what been going on around me in the place. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, one of the fellas end up, you know what I mean, breaking his ankle or his leg or some shit. You know what I mean? He ended up breaking his ankle and all kind of shit. You feel me? Because he done fall off of, no, he done that fall because it been icy or snowy. It been icy or some shit that day, matter of fact. You feel what I'm saying? So he ended up falling down the stairs and, you know what I mean, fucking his ankle up and shit. But like I said, though, you know, it been other people in there too who been playing the part. And I've been watching them. You feel what I'm saying? While they watching me, I'm watching they motherfucking ass. You feel what I'm saying? While I'm still doing my work and shit. You feel me? Because I felt like them boy been trying to, you know, put all the work on me. You feel me? And I always made that shit known in the web to him. You feel what I'm saying? To the supervisor. You feel me? Like, Bro, what the fuck going on? You feel what I'm saying? Why I feel like I the only one motherfucking, working around this motherfucker. You feel me? And which I was, to be honest with you. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, once I started to notice all them boy and FedEx freak moving funny, that's when I, I got the fuck on up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Then, I started to see my family moving funny. You feel what I'm saying? So I got the fuck on from around them. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, God slowed me down for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? So, the whole time, I'm on, like I say, I answered the call. You know what I mean? The whole time, you know what I mean? Like I say, I don't quit the job. I see what the shit they been on. You know what I mean? I see what my family been on because I done had gone to leave from, you know what I mean, from West Ashley. You feel me? Like I say, all this shit just happened out of nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? But, I left from West Ashley and shit like that, you know what I mean, for like a couple weeks. You feel me? But I ain't move out or nothing, though. That been the thing. You feel me? But like I said, it was a bigger plan. And, God had other things in the works. You feel what I'm saying? That I had need to open my eyes to. You feel me? And not just my two eyes, but, my third eye. You feel what I'm saying? But, God just had to open all my eyes to this shit. You feel what I'm saying about, what they had going on. You feel me? And like I said, once I done people, they've been moving funny, then I've been listening to, like tarot readings and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Putting the pieces of the puzzle together. You feel me? And like I say, if you want to know some shit, God will lay it on you. You feel me? God will let you know. You know what I mean? But like I say, I done started to put the pieces together, you know what I mean, by me, physically being there, seeing them, watching them, you know what I'm saying, watching, how they move and all kind of shit. You feel me? But, I still been, doing my own thing. You feel what I'm saying? I still been, tapping, within. You know what I mean? And they can say all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I used to be out, in my in Francine backyard, you know what I'm saying, just looking at the stars and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say though, I ain't move out my wife house. I ain't move from out, you know what I mean? 'Cause like I say, I move in with her. You know what I mean? She already had what she had going on. You know what I'm saying? I done had, I had a car and I had, two jobs and shit like that. You know what I mean? I just ain't had no place of my own. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't been looking for my wife to, you know what I mean? To go stay with her and live with her just because she had a place. No. You know what I'm saying? I married her for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I appreciate her for having, our kids for a reason. You know what I mean? Like I say, all my shit was, by plan. You know what I mean? And she know that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like this ain't, I ain't telling y'all nothing she don't know. You feel me? But like I say, watch family, you know what I mean? I get involved and, family can do some things, you know what I mean, that can tear, you know what I'm saying, a relationship apart. You feel me? But like I said, it's all about money and greed. You feel what I'm saying? Jealousy, envy, things and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't all about just the money. Motherfuckers don't like when you outdo them, you outgrow them, you out hustle them, you out grind they motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't like that. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? And them boys see me. You know what I'm saying? They see that shit. They see what I had going on because I used to tell them boys. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I fuck up at. You know what I mean? Because, the less a motherfucker know, you know what I mean, the better. You feel what I'm saying? Because once you realize people will use what you tell them against you. No matter if it's good or bad. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we claim to learn. Like, don't give motherfuckers too much a glimpse into your personal life no more. You feel me? It's better to keep them bitches guessing. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't gonna put no work in. They want everything free and hand it to them boys. You know what I'm saying? But once you not realize, anything you chase just gonna run away from you. You feel what I'm saying? So who the fuck gonna keep on chasing money? You feel me? Like I say, it's all about knowing better, you do better. You feel me? You think better, act better. You know what I mean? It ain't worth it. Cut the shit and find you some business. Stand in your purpose. Refuse to let you turn off my light and close my curtain. Created my lane. It ain't no worries. He ain't worthy. I play my game, making my move. Real strategically. Passing, go collecting 200. It came real easily. Fake smiles ain't shaking them hands. I'm palms so greasy. Fucking shit out of here. I shook it off, expanding my grind. Shit, now I'm taking off. I paid the cost. So you can call me boss, and every loss came with a lesson for showing off. Doing the big one is universal laws and full of faith. And don't forget to get you some loyalty and some self-respect. And that's the problem. Motherfuckers ain't loyal to nothing nowadays. You feel me? Hey, motherfuckers be loyal to money. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, you let me know when money loyal to you. You feel me? When that shit is possible, then I'll be loyal to that. Until then, well, fuck that shit. I'm forever loyal to God. You feel me? Point blank, period. God's way or no way. You feel what I'm saying? It's a blank check when God first. You feel me? But you just gotta know that. You know what I mean? You gotta know that. You gotta know that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm speaking on the prophet. I'm talking secret knowledge. It was hidden and I found it. And ain't no doubts about it. Yeah, we winning and I'm about it. I cut my losses. Now I am no boss, bitch. I'm bossed up, talk bullshit. And I make moves with my boss, bitch. I'm talk shit with no floss shit. So miss me with that bullshit. I'm move along to get along. Refusing to stay stuck, bitch. I'm out my mind, I'm speed bound. I'm looking up and looking down. As above and so below. I'm spiritual in my works now. I'm God's son, I am him. God, don't make no mistakes now. I'm picking up where I left off. Same me, but a new sauce. New sauce. I took off. Now I'm round for round, I'm pound for pound. I knocked him out in the first round. I got the crown, I laid him down. God made it happen, I'll take a bow. That's my shit though. But like I say, thank you though for being here. You feel what I'm saying? I like I say, I always thank y'all for your time. You feel me? And like I say, just take time with yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? Self-love, self-worth, self-value. You feel me? That's the upgrade. You know what I mean? So instead of, cheating yourself, it's time to treat ourselves. I'm speaking on the prophet. I'm talking secret knowledge. It was hidden and I found it. And ain't no doubts about it. Nothing about it. I cut my ties, I cut my losses. And now I am the boss, bitch. I'm bossed up, talk boss shit. And I make moves with my boss, bitch. I'm top shit with no floss shit. So miss me with that bullshit. I move along to get along. Refusing to stay stuck, bitch. I'm out my mind, I'm speed bound. I'm looking up and looking down. As above, then so below. I'm spiritual in my works now. I'm God's son, I am him. God, don't make no mistakes now. I'm picking up where I left off. Same me, but a new sauce. I'm elevated, I'm upgraded, my new bitch done
took off.
Now, I'm round for round, I'm pound for pound, I knocked him out in the first round. I got the crown, I laid it down, God made it happen, I'll take a bow. But yeah, though, you know, like I say, though, you know, it's the upgrade, the great transformation. You feel me? It's all about elevating yourself, you know what I mean, to that next level in life. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't talking about, you know, we ain't talking about your money. We ain't talking about no material shit. You feel me? We talking about, you know, your internal. You know what I'm saying? Going within. You know what I mean? Self-love. The same love you give to, you know, other people. You know, show yourself that love. You feel me? Because that way, you know, you ain't got to worry about nobody showing you no love. You feel me? When you don't, you know, you don't get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we be mad and shit like that. You feel me? When motherfuckers don't show us love and all kind of shit. You feel me? But that's why I say, you know, that same love you gonna show them, show yourself that shit. You feel me? Don't wait on a motherfucker to give you love or show you no love. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn, you know?
Thought I fell off? I'ma show you how I bounced back. God gave me the power, I had to use that. Back the devil love me, try to throw me in the trap. Got them lessons, Master Splinter, Ninja Turtle, I flip that. Drop it in the bowl, came back, straight thanks. No need to cut this up, no, because this God's pack. I'm talking straight facts, standing in my truth, Jack. No need to lie about my life, I expose that.
They hate the envy.
They hate the envy, the jealousy they had against me. Turn it up some more. It's God's speed. I come and catch you. It ain't no finish line, it's infinite. It's God's pleasure. So it's my pleasure. Make it yours and receive the message. LoveRuledSupreme at
LoveRuledSupreme for life, forever. You feel me? Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. And you know, like I say, I always thank y'all for being here with me. You know what I mean? Thank you for your time. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just want to show y'all how God can, you know, God can take you from nothing to something. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to show y'all that in real time. You feel me? And like I say, it's all about upgrading yourself. You know what I mean? Changing your mindset, changing how you look at things. You know, your in look and your outlook on things. You feel me? On life. You know what I mean? And, you know, expand your mind and let you expand your grind. You feel me? And you already know. Control your mind. I let you control the show. I let you control your life. So take your time out there. LoveRuledSupreme forever. You feel me? The Genesis. God's plan. God's man. And you already know, like, you know better, you do better. You act better, you think better. You feel me? Till next time, you know what I mean? Like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, level up. Level up with me.